Hey lovelies! Okay, so I'm back from Montreal and I have to say first I had a great time. Thank you again to Sean Prue and of course Candace Kane. Who knew? I want to take a moment to talk about something. So I was walking down Yonge Street and I happened to see this drive past me. You know, I made a post about it on Facebook and I talked about the fact that we wouldn't allow trucks to drive down the street with dead adult bodies on it. Why do we allow them to do it when it's a fetus? I recently found out that one of the trucks have been pulled over in Hamilton. However, what kind of ticket are we giving them? Legally, if there's a police officer out there who's watching this video, if you could comment below on the kind of charges that these people can face, that would be great. I want to delve into something that I don't think we're talking about. Listen, you have a right to your pro-choice attitude. I have no issue with that. However, I also have a right to my pro-choice attitude. No issue. You can be pro-life, I can be pro-life, you can be pro-choice, I can be pro-choice. No issue. We are all entitled to have our own opinions when it comes to these kinds of things happening. But let's delve just a little bit deeper and discuss the fact that these images are graphic portrayals of violence. So many people who've gone through molestation, rape, and some sort of abuse that ended up with them being with child and had to have an abortion are having to see this fucking truck drive past them. Where's the morality in this? These people who are just finally coming to terms mentally with what has happened to them in the past now have to go home and relive this moment all over again because of your fucking trucks driving down the street. I get it, listen. You know, you little pro-lifers standing outside a Union Station, fine. You can ignore that and walk past it. But that goddamn truck, you can't ignore it. You can't turn away from it. Aren't there enough Canadians and people around the world with mental illness that you need to drive down the street doing this? You should be ashamed of yourself. You have a right to your pro-life attitude. Just like you have a right to your religion or anything like that. And I too have my right to pro-choice and non-religion. I have those rights just like you do. I also have the right to not be bombarded with those kinds of images going down the street. As a trans woman, I'll never know what it's like to have an abortion. I'll never know the pain that a woman has gone through to have an abortion. I'll never know, the courage it takes to decide that I can't bring a life into this world at the moment, and so I have to abort. I'll never know those things. I have a small sort of inkling. I watched the HBO movies, If These Walls Could Talk, starring Demi Moore, Sharon Stone, Cher. They were incredible, incredible movies when it came to abortion about this one house. So how many different families had lived in it? And the stories of abortion dating back to the 40s, when it was illegal and someone would show up with a coat hanger and in a bathtub. But the thing is that I'll never know those things. I used to be upset when I would find out that a cisgendered biological woman had had an abortion around me. It would upset me, mainly because I can't have children, and so I would become genuinely lethargic at the idea of the fact that I can't have children. Here was someone who could and didn't want them. However, after maturing and becoming a person who educated themselves, I understand that this is not always a selfish thing to do. Sometimes having an abortion is a selfless thing to do. How dare you drive down the street and drive past people who've had to go through what they've gone through to make that decision to have an abortion and basically kick them in the fucking head as you drive past them. How dare you? I don't know the legalities around something like this. I'm pretty sure that there has to be some sort of law against it. I know that I have been informed via Facebook that if I see the truck, I can actually call the police, and the police will actually, ticket them. But if this is some sort of religious organization, much like the Catholic Church, they've got a bit of money aside for those kinds of things. What needs to happen to these trucks is this. You need to pull them over, you need to take the keys out of the ignition, and you need to call a tow truck. The trucks need to be impounded. End of discussion. They need to be impounded and taken off the street. Then, the places that are printing the images put on the side of these trucks need to be fined as well. They're creating the images that the person is driving down the street. They need to be fined as well. End of discussion. Everybody involved in this movement, there needs to be some sort of repercussions for what these people are doing. Too many young women are going home tonight contemplating suicide because they wonder if they made the right decision or not. And who the fuck are you to put that in their head? Who are you to put that idea in their head? I'm angry. I'm just angry. I'm so angry at seeing this truck. I'm sure that you can see it. I'm so sorry if you tuned in hoping that this would be one of my happier-go-lucky videos. But you know what? I tried to start off in a good space, and there's nothing I can do to stay out of how angry I am at having seen these trucks. As always, I thank you so much for tuning in and for making my channel the success that it is. Without you, I wouldn't be doing these videos. And I love you and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, sincerely. If you've had an experience where something like this has happened, why don't you comment below? Let's start a discussion. Let's talk about this. If you're pro-life or you're pro-choice, leave your comments below. However, keeping this in mind, there are no comments approved on my page unless I see them first. So comments don't get through me. I read everything before it's approved. If I deem your comment appropriate, I will post it. If you're being an asshat, I will report you. Ta-da! Simple as that. As always, lovelies, please do not ever forget to comment, share, and subscribe. I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye.